tools. So starting from my right, going to my left. First tool up here I have is a brass hammer. The next tool is going to be a distributor wrench. This is my distributor wrench used to loosen bolts for the distributor. I also have a spark plug gapping tool here. Located here I have something called a universal. It flexes in a multitude of different ways, so this is my universal. I also have something similar, but it's got a socket on the end of it, so it's called a swivel socket. Located over here I have my extension, so this is my short extension for a 3/8 drive wrench or ratchet. I have a 3/8 standard 6-point socket here, so standard socket or 3/8 standard socket. I also have a deep 3/8 standard socket, as you can see, a little bit taller in height. I have another socket here that we use for taking out spark plugs, so this is my spark plug socket located here. I do have an adapter. This is my adapter located there. I also have an impact socket. This is my impact socket used with an impact gun. It's also a 1/2-inch drive impact socket. This particular tool is a standard screwdriver, flat tip, common, standard screwdriver. This tool is actually used to take hubcaps off, so it's used to put hubcaps on and off, and removes duty rings as well. I think we haven't talked about the adapter. This is my adapter. It changes from 3/8 to a 1/2-inch drive, so this is my adapter. Located here, I actually have a feeler gauge, so this is my feeler gauge located here. This here is my rubber mallet or rubber hammer. Located here, I've got a pair of pliers that are used for taking hose clamps off, so this is my hose clamp pliers. I have a wrench here called an Allen wrench. It's got 6 sides on it. It's called an Allen wrench. One of my favorite tools is a vice grip pair of pliers here. So this is my vice grips made by a company named Vice Grip. Located here, this is my rib joint pliers, or also known as channel locks. A company named Channel Lock developed them at first, so they're called channel locks or rib joint pliers. This particular wrench is used to take oil filters off, so this is my oil filter wrench. Located here, I have my 10 snips or metal shears. This hammer has plastic tips on either end, so it's called a plastic tipped hammer. This particular screwdriver has what looks like a butterfly or Batman type symbol on it. It's called a clutch tip screwdriver, so clutch tip screwdriver located there. When I'm taking off battery terminals, I use this set of pliers, so these are my battery terminal pliers. These are known as lineman pliers. And I use this set of pliers to remove spark plug wires. It's insulated on both sides. That way I don't get electrically shocked, so these are my spark plug wire removers. There are some clips called circlips on transmissions and some of the engine parts. This is a circlip removal pliers, so circlip removal pliers. These have the shape of a needle, so these are my needle nose pliers located here. These pliers are my combination pliers, combination of far apart and close together. One of my favorite wrenches is called a ratchet wrench. It actually ratchets back and forth. And I also have my C-clamp. This here comes up, clamps down. This is my C-clamp pliers. Located here, I have my pipe wrench. And then I have something that looks like a punch, but since it's not pointed on the end, it's actually called a drift. So this is my drift. Located next to that, I have my chisel. So a cold chisel. I have another wrench that is open on one side, has a socket on the other, so it's a socket open-ended wrench. This here has rawhide on this section, so this is a rawhide hammer, rawhide mallet. Located here, I have my actual adjustable wrench, also known as a crescent wrench. So it actually is adjustable, larger, smaller. This screwdriver has a cross pattern on the end of it. It looks like a Phillips lead, as it's a Phillips screwdriver. Located next to that, we have our wire brush. We also have a ball peen hammer. Ball hammer has a little peening section here in the shape of a ball, so my ball peen hammer. I have another type of chisel, and then I have my pry bar. So this is my pry bar located here. This particular tool is used to compress the pistons on a brake caliper, so this is my brake caliper compression tool. Located here, I have two screwdrivers, one stubby standard and one stubby Phillips screwdriver. These set of tools are used to expand the rings so that I can expand them out, drop them over the piston to apply piston ring. This is a flare or tubing wrench. Actually allows me to drop over a tube, get down to the nut like on a brake line, and be able to break it loose without rounding it off. This is my combination wrench. Here it is closed on one end, opened on the other, so closed, open, and wrench or combination. This wrench is my boxed-in wrench. Both ends are closed or closed-in wrench. This wrench has two sockets on either side, so it is a socket wrench. This one looks very similar to the closed-in wrench, but it is offset, so it is an offset closed-in wrench. This particular wrench is used on cylinder heads, so it goes down, allows us to get in, break loose cylinder head bolts. And then I have a larger extension used on a 1/2-inch drive with a 1/2-inch drive ratchet, so this is my ratchet located here. Coming around, I have my breaker bar. This is a 1/2-inch breaker bar, which is a little bit different than my 1/4-inch breaker bar. So this is my 1/4-inch breaker bar located there. Located here, I have what is called a crow's foot. It allows me to slip into some spots with an extension to get into some very difficult spots. Located here, this is my torque wrench. It is a needle torque wrench. It has a needle here, and as I apply pressure, the needle moves to allow me to know how much torque I'm applying on a bolt or a nut. This here has what looks like a star pattern. It is a torque bit, T-O-R-X torque bit. I then have my sledgehammer. I don't know if I just said that already. I have a file. This is a triangular file. I also have my T-handled Allen wrench located there. And last but not least, I have a drill bit. So hopefully this has helped you to prepare for the test. Thank you very much.